The Soviet Union sent the first woman into space 50 years ago this week. At the same time, several American women were ready, willing, and able to go. And as Michelle Miller shows us, they were held on Earth by forces more powerful than gravity.
Bring your wing up. Atta girl. Stop it there.
Taking a flying lesson with 75-year-old Wally Funk can be, well, a trip.
Take your hands off the wheel. Clap your hands, wiggle your wings. All right, now put your hand back on the wheel.
Wally Funk took to planes as a toddler and earned her pilot's license at the tender age of 17. She's logged more than 18,000 flight hours, guiding thousands of students into aviation.
Why do you still love the sky?
There's just so much to do up there. I'm free. I'm closer to God. I'm closer to the air. I'm closer to the sun. Okay, you're high enough.
But she didn't get close enough. Wally Funk always dreamed of being an astronaut. 13 women were part of a mostly forgotten program where they endured the same grueling exams that tested the mettle of men like John Glenn and Alan Shepard.
There's nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing.
Tests made famous in the 1983 movie The Right Stuff.
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm afraid there's no simple way to explain that to you.
From x-raying all your body, every bone, every tooth, sticking water in your ears. I had to drink radioactive water.
So these were painful, strenuous, uncomfortable tests?
Yes.
Wally Funk and Company matched and often surpassed the results of the men, like with the bicycle test.
You're eventually going up the angle of Pikes Peak. I knew I wanted to break the record. The boys only went to 5 minutes. And I said, Wally, you better get your second and third wind. And I did, and I did. And I went to over 10 minutes.
She says the men did outdo the women in one area.
They always complained.
But none of it mattered. NASA required that astronauts be military test pilots, and the military didn't allow women to fly. The women pushed to challenge the rule, and when Congress held hearings, John Glenn testified that women pilots went against, quote, our social order. Vice President Lyndon Johnson went a step further with this unofficial note on an official memo.
Stop this now, Johnson.
What did you think about that the first time you saw it?
Dumb. They didn't understand. We can do just as good a job as the guys. And this was keeping us out of a program. And look what Eileen and Sally and all the rest of the girls did.
20 years later, Sally Ride finally went where no American woman had gone before. And in 1995, when Eileen Collins became the first woman to pilot a space shuttle, most of the so-called Mercury 13 were there to root her on.
I truly believe that what they had done in their medical testing directly contributed to women coming into the U.S. space program.
How are you? Good to see you.
Wally Funk is a verifiable legend among women aviators. She's a regular on the speaking circuit.
Hi, my name is Wally Funk.
Still leading seminars based on her career as the NTSB's first female crash investigator.
We want to start our inspection.
But that dream to fly in space, it's still on Wally's bucket list. She's registered for a seat aboard Virgin Galactic's suborbital space plane, which could launch in 2014.
That is my quest.
Most people would have given up by now.
But I'm not. I love flying, and that's my job. That's what I love. And I'm not a quitter.
Wally Funk may have been the wrong gender for her time, but she's always had the right stuff.
And looky there.
For CBS This Morning, Michelle Miller, Roanoke, Texas.
Michelle did it. Yay. Love Wally Funk.